And we welcome you back to the show, joined by a special guest here. It's Erik Portillo. And Erik, this is definitely the longest distance Zoom call I've done so far. I'm in Virginia, you're in Sweden, so thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, before we get into the accolades you took home for the USHL this season, the season that you had in Dubuque in general, how's everything going for you back in Sweden?
It's not too bad. I just got home from practicing both gym and I actually went on the ice today. So, I can still practice and restaurants and stores are still open here in Sweden. So it's not too bad.
That's good. That's good. Have you been able to keep in touch with anyone from Dubuque, even though you're doing other stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually did a Zoom call. All the team did like a team meeting with all the guys to just check in and see everyone. And I've been talking to Reese and even Joanne and Gibby on FaceTime. So yeah, for sure.
Does everyone have to schedule around you since you're the biggest time difference and everyone is only an hour or two a difference other than you?
No, I don't know. It was I don't know. They just started doing a Zoom meeting, so I just joined in. I think it was late night here, and it was during the day in the US, so it worked out.
There you go. Keeping in touch, always good. But let's dive right into the main reason for this call. On this show, we're highlighting the great accomplishments the entire team had, and I guess we'll start there. When you see 5 players named to the All-USHL teams, and then you see multiple individual awards, not just for players, but also coaching staff and GM, just how much does that tell you about how special this group was?
No, I mean, it more or less confirms what I thought about this group. It was a great group. It was always fun coming to the rink, and I feel like all the way from Callie, the general manager, to Oliver and all the players, everything worked really well. So yeah, it makes sense, and I'm happy for all the other guys to get recognized like that.
You personally, you're named to the first team on the All-USHL teams, and then you're also named the USHL Goaltender of the Year, the first time a Fighting Saint has ever won Goalie of the Year. For you to get those 2 awards, what does it mean for you personally?
It's very. I got very happy when I heard it. I'm both proud and honored to receive those awards. It's such a big thing to receive those in the USHL, and especially for me, first time in North America. And yeah, I had a great time in Dubuque, and it was yeah, it was a great run with the team. Unfortunately, ended the way it did.
Yeah, and obviously the ending not the way everyone wants it. But for you, even though you get those accolades, it wasn't necessarily the easiest season. You had to battle through some injuries and things like that. How much more rewarding does it make it to maybe get that accolade and finish the season knowing how hard you had to work for it?
You know, I had my struggles along the way, my back there, and I also, it's a big change going from Sweden to North America. So of course it's really nice to get some recognition and get some answers back, let's say, for what you did the last season. So yeah, it feels great.
Looking at some of the other awards, the other one that really stands out is Dubuque gets its first ever Player of the Year in Reese Gaber, and obviously playing on the same team, you got to practice against Reese every day, but you also got to live in the same house with Reese every day. What was it like just being around Reese that much?
He's a great guy, and from the day I got to Dubuque, he really was very kind. He showed me around, and it was great because he was in Dubuque last year, so he kind of knew what was going on in Dubuque as a town and in the hockey team. So yeah, he helped me out so much during that year.
Saw you guys in practice a lot. Anytime you would make a save, you would kind of give it to him a little bit. Anytime he would score on you, he would give it right back to you. What was that friendly competition like, and how much did that help improve your game?
You know, it was very fun. It's all in fun, and I think competing in practice is very important. That what's have taken me to where I am today. I think competing is one of my strongest or like what I do best. And I think competing against Reese it's a very fun thing because he's so skilled and such a great player. So I always want to compete against those guys to bring up my game.
And Callie Larson was just announced as the general manager of the year, and you and him share the tie of both being of Swedish descent. What's your relationship like from Callie? And I'm assuming he's the one that kind of helped you make the transition from America to the Dubuque Fighting Saints and was communicating along the way.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy and thankful for what Callie did there. No, he helped me along the way from the beginning when he actually came to my house here in Sweden and had dinner with my parents and talked everything through. So, he helped me out along the way, and he was only a phone call away every day if it was any problem. So, yeah, I'm super happy and thankful for Callie.
Looking back at your time in Dubuque, what are some of the top memories that you're going to take away?
I think I just think that the time in Dubuque where we had some really great wins with the team, and we also had the dinners with the fans there, with the season ticket holders, like experiences like that. And when people came up to me when I was hurt and talked to me and was very kind, stuff like that really sticks with you. And yeah, I'm very thankful for that time.
Moving forward, the hope is that in the fall you'll be able to transition to the University of Michigan. Obviously, the situation's still fluid, so we don't know what's going to happen. But in terms of the next steps, I know you said you can get on the ice. What are you looking to accomplish, maybe in terms of helping your game transition even more to the American style of play, in hopes that you're going to be able to play in a couple months?
For myself, I think just continue to work on reading the plays. I think that is a big part of my game and a thing I started to work on here in the USHL, but I think I need to take to the next level and just continue working on. Because it's a bit different play in the US and North America compared to Sweden. So I think it's the smaller rink that affects that is the biggest change. So yeah, just reading plays and understanding what the players are going to do. I think that is a thing I have to keep on working with.
Well, Erik, we look forward to hopefully seeing that next step come in the fall with Michigan and you transitioning there. And we really enjoyed watching you play this entire season. The goaltender of the year and an all USHL first team selection in Erik Portillo. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you so much, Jack.